Roth IRA versus savings account. I'm going to say both, but I'm leaning towards a Roth for many reasons. So get a pen and paper so we can talk about a few things regarding your decision to do both. That's really your answer. You're going to need both. They're very different and they behave very differently. How you can access them and liquidate them, very different rules. First of all, let's go through some descriptions. Roth IRA, similar to an RSP in Canada or tax-free savings account, is just that. It grows tax-free, tax-deferred. There's actually a small limit. The numbers change on a regular basis here in 2024. So 2024, we had a great increase in this. So if you're under 50, you can put in $7,000 a year. And again, all of that grows tax-free, tax-deferred. If you're over 50, it's called catch-up. You can put up to $8,000 a year away. And you say, well, that's just a small amount of money. But think about it. Like I write about making your kid a millionaire just in a Roth IRA in my Make Your Kids Millionaires book. So think about it. Like in that day and era, I could only put away 5 and then it moved to 6 and it was $6,500. Now it's 7 for my kids. If all I did was that for 20 years, think of the money put away, but here's the benefit. All that you invest in is tax-free, tax-deferred growth for the history of the account. Now the downside of a Roth, I say downside because you're a kid and you want to spend your money or you're younger, is you're putting your money away for later years. So you don't get to activate it. You don't get access until you're almost 60. So just put that out there. But this is a place where you're going to put some money away because so many people are retiring, being kind of at the transition of their life, and they don't have enough money because you didn't put enough away and you didn't have a place where to grow tax-free. So a Roth is just something absolutely that needs to be one of the assets. A savings account, I use iFlip, so go grab it. It's a free app. If you have 48 hours to liquidate and you can actually go in and out of the market and make way bigger returns than a savings account. So I'm not a fan of a stock savings account. It's not like I don't have a few, but I don't use them regularly. I use iFlip as a savings or money market account, and I use my Roth IRA because I'm employed, my kids are employed by the company, and they've had Roth since they were 0. Since they were born, they worked for the company and employee roles. So those are your real criteria that you have to do. So a Roth IRA, you can start pulling distributions at 59.5 like most of the accounts. The difference between that and say a 401k or a solo 401k or even a SEP is the contribution amount is lower. But here's the benefit. When I did my Roth and Bitcoin was really low, 4,000, 9,000 were 2 different points that I bought in at. All of that growth up to 80-something thousand was tax-free, tax-deferred. So I did some sell-off. I bought back in lower, did it again, bought some sell-off. I mean, I did over 6 figures just in a bunch of digital currency inside my Roth tax-free, tax-deferred. I made a $9,000 investment worth over 120 today, right? And that's just by buying and selling and watching the Bitcoin market. Other ways that I have used them, and you can really do high advantages on land purchases, and you can do profit sharing in land purchases. You can do participating profit arrangements. The creativity around packing tax-free income into these Roths, I mean, it is key to one of the biggest assets that you could grow for you and your children used right. Now, there's a lot of people, traditional financial planners say, well, the limits are so low and the restrictions are so high. No, they're not. You've just got to know the difference between tax-free investing and how you actually have a high profit. I mean, the restrictions on a Roth have increased because of the CEO of PayPal. He put his stock to PayPal inside the Roth. Selling it all off upon exiting has made billions tax-free, tax-deferred. Hence, the next year, ERISA and the IRS changed the rules and made it a little more restrictive. Still, an asset that you want to have is a Roth IRA for you and your children from birth till, and fund it on a regular basis. Now, they do have to be employed, so you have to give them enough income to fund the Roth, but I've done that with my kids since, like I said, they were born. So the potential, unlocking the potential of that savings and the tax-free savings is enormous in the Roth. The second thing, it is the tax-savvy way to grow wealth. And so many people don't use it because you see the 6,000, 7, you see the low contribution. So again, you're not putting things in there that have big depreciation schedules. You want those to flow through to you. You want to take those every year. You wouldn't do, say, real estate with a big depreciation schedule inside of an IRA of any kind because you don't get the depreciation to you. You put that through LLCs and S Corps and limited partnerships. So there's very specific ways that we integrate your wealth plan. So from who should own the Roth to how the Roths are held, because a company could also own a Roth 401k, and then the contribution limits are $66,000. So lots to teach just in the Roth and the category of putting money away later in life. The reason I love this for younger folks is because they are slowly putting money away that they can activate later in life so they don't blow it on a make-spend lifestyle. Because too many kids, especially the millennials, the Gen Zs, the Gen Ys, they're make, spend, make spend, make spend, big lifestyle kids, not asset kids. So you parents, or if you're out there listening, you need to start looking at how do I build a portfolio of assets versus go buy a lifestyle. And a lot of you buy a lifestyle and you don't have any assets and you wonder why it's not going to work at the end. It called your retirement, your transition out. The other benefit of a Roth over other qualified plans, IRA, 401k, SEPs, is you're structuring your tax now. It's a tax-free, tax-deferred, so you're paying tax on the way in, so you know your tax burden today. What you don't know is what in 20 years, if that's going to be your retirement age, what's the tax structure going to be like? Is it going to be like in the 70s and 80s where we hit 18, 20%? You're going to pay that getting your own money out of your own accounts. So there's a huge benefit of just being very calculated about the way you're paying tax. Now, before I go to the last point, and just critical that you actually do one of these, and I'll give you some resources to actually go get a free Roth. If you go to the iFlip account, you can get a free Roth. So go ahead and grab one there and talk to our teams about how that makes sense. If you have any questions, call our office or go to askloral.com with any questions. Say, I don't know how to open this. I need some insight. And our teams can connect you to experts who know this really well. Ask Loral is AskLoral. Ask a question, make a request. While you're here, I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to click that notification button. When it rings every morning, I want you listening. 8 to 12 minutes is my ask. How long can you listen? 52 weeks in a row, I'm here 5 days a week as a family-friendly channel. Bring financial literacy, bring a business conversation into your household. As we are recording here at the beginning of 2024, as we look forward to the summer and what you can do with your kids and your family for summer months and summer planning, there's so much you can involve your kids in that can be business deductions. It's a great strategy. So the last thing is just overall, why does active investments and active investing totally beat passive? Well, first of all, I don't believe passive is a word because passive, by definition, is to do nothing. So you're not passively investing unless you're going to park your money with a financial planner and pray to God they do something in their lifetime. The problem is they have box models. They have certain models, and I don't care if they have 1,000 clients, everybody gets the same box, the same model. Your families are all different. So you need to have your own active investing strategy and enough education that you actually can guide your team versus the other way around. Too many of you abdicate your financial responsibility and your legal responsibility to lawyers and accountants and other people. This is yours for you and your family to create a legacy. So you need to lean in and learn and get more financially literate. And guess what? Us people, us smarter people, us wealthier people, guess what we do? We talk about it all the time. We talk about strategies. We talk about different ways we can do it. We talk together. We brainstorm. We problem solve. And that's our community invitation. So we'd love to have you be part of this narrative, which is not the whining, crying, oh, everything, the sky is falling. We have a so what now at principle. So what happened in the past? What do you and your family want and what do they deserve? And we're here every day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.